All right, welcome to Monkey's Off Table Tools for November 2022. And we're going to change things up from what we've been doing since this started. Instead of using advanced poker training, we're going to do some drilling using Range Trainer Pro's training capability. We're going to start with pre-flop, responding to 3-bet ranges per the Rec Poker theme of the month. And then later on, we're going to go to post-flop. So what I'm going to do on this window, I've got 100 big blind ranges selected, and I've got everything from all positions against all the positions selected, except for blind versus blind strange action. I unselected big blind against the small blind 3-bet and big blind against the small blind 4-bet. Everything else I have. And one thing that Range Trainer Pro lets you do is choose the in position or out of position roll here.
Cool.
So let's do it.
Let's do it.
Go. All right. Oh, this is the this is the pre-flop. So we're in the on this one we're in the small blind with 100 big blinds. We raised, and then we got 3-bet, and we've got Jack 8 offsuit. I think we can probably safely fold here. This was purely a steal. We got nothing going on against the 3-bet range. Would you guys agree?
Yeah, I don't think position matters enough for us to even talk about when we might call. I would just probably always folding Jack offsuit to a 3-bet.
Yeah. Now Jack 4 offsuit I might play because we've seen how lucky that can be, right?
That's right. I think that's a mandatory shove these days.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So anyway, let's discard this one and move on to the next one.
This one's kind of interesting.
Our score, it said correct, and our score went up to 1.
Excellent.
So now we're on the button. We opened with ace 4 offsuit and got 3-bet by the big blind. And you started to say this is pretty interesting?
It's just more interesting. We got a question from Joe here. Are you going to use the weights?
No, I usually don't, because in this, if you use the weights, if you're not perfect, you're going to be wrong. And a lot of these things have a range of options that are actually right or close enough to right, but it's always going to call you wrong. That's something that I think needs a little bit of improvement with this. Oh, we've got another person coming in.
That's interesting, Keith. So you're saying the so Joe's what Joe's referring to is in some cases it might be like a mixed strategy where it's saying 30% this, 70% this.
Yes.
And so he refers to that as hard mode, which I really like.
Yeah. It gives you a sliding scale, and you have to have it right. If you're off a little bit, it's going to call you wrong.
Right. So
I don't use it.
Okay. So I think this is probably still a fold here, facing a 3-bet from the blinds. We're just going to have a lot of better ones. I guess you could decide to get frisky with it sometimes if you wanted to put it in a bluff at this depth. You could have a little freakiness with your bluff raising range, but I'd still rather have a like ace 4 suited maybe.
Yeah, so according to this, I've got 60 big blinds here. I'm gonna change it to 100, and that doesn't even have us there. So that was probably a bluffy kind of thing that we did. So yeah, I would say I would have to agree. The Range Trainer Pro itself agrees. Now
looks like Range Trainer is not even opening that, is it?
Right.
Yeah, that's a weird spot. How did we find ourselves facing a 3-bet if we didn't open?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna note that down. Okay, now this range was in the hijack. So let's do this. Let's go button. Yeah, it does
Right.
have us opening it. Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
from the
because I
button.
had
Yeah,
it set
yeah.
up wrong. Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, and then it has us discarding the hand.
Yeah.
So we can cheat
We
and
knew
say
it.
fold.
We all knew it.
Yeah, we all knew it anyway, so it's not a cheat. Okay, now we're on the button against the small blind 3-bet with a pair of threes.
What do people like here?
At 100 big blinds, I think you can probably call.
Yeah.
I call.
You've
Yeah, so would
got
I.
the implied odds to call this, I think.
Yeah. To me, I'm calling every time.
Yep. We're never 4-betting, right?
I don't like to 4-bet
No.
with hands like this
Yep.
in this spot. No.
All right, let's call and see what
we're
it says.
strictly set mining here, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In position against a tight range. I don't mind that one bit.
And we were correct.
All right.
Okay, so now we're in the cutoff and we're facing a big blind 3-bet, and we've got queen 4 suited.
I like a fold.
That's I like a fold. Does anybody disagree?
Nah. Ditch it.
Yeah. All right. Well, this one's a no-brainer. We're gonna 4-bet this.
Yeah, we're gonna 4-bet not all in, I think, here.
Yeah.
You can 4-bet or call, I think, here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a mix of calling and raising.
Yeah.
So yeah, 4-bet's fine.
Yeah. Jamming at 100 big blinds is out of the question.
Right.
So, and that
it'll
said
tell us-
correct.
Yes, and if you look down below, it says last hand, queen, queen, and then it's got the 4 different actions, and you can see the frequency with which it takes those actions. So, like we were talking about earlier, it actually likes a call 65% of the time and a 4-bet 35% of the time, with no folds and no shoves. And so we are correct in that this is one of the acceptable plays with queens, but as Joe was pointing out earlier, if we were using weights mode, it would tell us that the call was actually its preferred outcome against a bot, against a GTO bot.
Yeah. Now, in our live games with those queens, how would we adjust our strategy based on the opponent?
I'll be right back. I gotta change computers because I can't see anything. I'm on into the left.
Oh no. Okay, Kim, we'll be here.
I'll be
We'll
back.
be here.
We can see you.
Yeah, good question, Keith. I think it's really kind of villain dependent. There's some players that I would just never 4-bet queens against because they're just too tight for that to be their 3-betting range is too tight for that to be profitable.
Yeah.
But other players where I think I'm just always 4-betting queens against. So it kind of depends. It's more player dependent than anything.
Yeah. And if we're up against a maniac or a tag who likes to attack what he sees as weakness, it's a good call.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We're
Yeah,
not liking overcards. Yeah, we could trap with it, but we're not liking overcards, so we have to keep that in mind. That's got to be in our plan.
Yep, that's right. And there's going to be there's going to be Amber Alert. There's going to be overcards, a third or 40% of the time or something like that when you got pocket queens. It's quite a lot.
Yep.
Maybe not that much, but a quarter or a third of the time. I just had that information at my fingertips the other day. I've already forgotten it.
Yeah. Let's see. With jacks, it's 65. So with queens, it must be 2/3 of that, about 40%.
Yeah, I think that's about right. Or 30 something. Yeah.
Are you still talking about the queens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Floptimal says it's always a raise.
At 100?
Yeah. Well, at 75. So I'm assuming that at 100 it would be as well.
Hmm.
That Range Trainer Pro is actually making it a call 2/3 of the time and a raise 1/3 of the time.
Interesting.
But that was against the we're going to be in position after the flop too.
That's true. Yes, yes, yes.
So maybe
Now
if we're going to be
here-
out of position, it'd be the opposite, or maybe we're raising every time.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All
Now,
right.
what do you guys like in this spot here with my least favorite hand in all of poker?
Yeah, I think it's just a fold.
I think it's a fold. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
even
an
though we're
easy-
going to be in position, this is still not good enough.
Yeah.
No, we're out of position. The button is actually in position.
Oh, that's right. The button did it, not the big blind. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We can't play this.
Ditch it.
And it's correct.
All right, we're kicking butt.
Yep. Okay. And now we're in the hijack facing a big blind 3-bet with ace jack suited.
Call.
Yeah. Do we ever raise?
Yeah, sometimes. But
I wouldn't. I
not as
wouldn't
often
because
as all.
it's suited. If it was not suited, I might try to raise him off something, depending on the opponent. If he's a maniac, if he's somebody that's gonna 3-bet really light. But with it suited, I prefer a call just because it plays well.
Yeah, but if he's a
most
maniac, he might 5-bet you, and now you have to throw away a hand with really good equity where you want to see the flop. So I would just call here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. That's what I said. If it was offsuit, I might do something different and not be afraid to, 4-bet and fold.
Yeah.
You know,
Are we folding if this big blind is old man coffee?
no, we're still, because we're going to
Okay.
make a flush. We're going to make the royal, and
Yeah.
There you
he's
go.
going to be he's going to be really sad.
We've
We're
got
gonna-
royal equity. We can't fold this.
Yeah. All right. So let's call it a call and see what it says. All right.
love
100%
it.
call. Yep.
They love it.
Okay. And now there's 3 wrong ways to play this hand.
That's right. I think Range Trainer Pro is going to approve of 2 of the 3 wrong ways.
Yeah.
I think they're probably mixing calling and raising here. This is similar to that Queen's hand, I think.
Yeah.
I prefer a call here.
This is
I
the
like
small
a raise.
blind, not the big blind.
Yep.
Like a raise.
Kim likes a raise. Kim, what is it about this spot that makes you prefer a raise where the queens were more like a call earlier?
The queens weren't like a call. The queens were a
Okay.
raise. I said
Yeah.
purely a raise
Perfect.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this hand just needs more protection in this hand.
Yeah. Joe, jump in, man. What's your point? I saw
I
you.
like a call 90% of the time.
Yep. Sounds like
Okay.
we are united then.
No,
Yeah.
at some point we would just jam this hand. So how short do we have to be to jam this? 50 probably? Somewhere around there?
That sounds right to me.
Yeah.
Maybe 40.
Yep, 40 for sure.
All right.
Right.
So they'll say call and see what the
Yeah,
mixed
the majority
strategy
says
is.
call, so we say call. Yeah.
I'm guessing it's a
Yep.
mix.
And there's
Yep.
a mix. It's 85 call, 15 raise.
That's what you said at first, Jim.
Yep. Now I know I'm a fish in this way, but I'm just calling with my low pocket pairs here, facing a 3-bet, even though I'm out of position. It probably plays better as a disciplined fold, but I just out of my cash game background makes me just always want to set mine with these if we're getting the right odds. So I'm probably calling.
Yeah, at 100 big blinds, I think you want to call and set mine.
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely have the odds to do that.
What are we doing at, say, 60 big blinds?
It'd have to be a real small 3-bet.
I think it's
Yeah.
probably a fold. Yeah.
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 All right, let's set mine and see what
I
KL
like that.
has to say.
It's tough because I think it's a lot of the times they want you to fold these very bottom ones, right?
Yes. Yeah, like 2s and 3s. Get
Mhm.
no love in the solvers.
No.
All
But
right.
We're
Our
gonna
score is 8.
set mine because we're gonna make a lot if we hit our 2.
yeah.
Call every time.
Oh, it likes to call 100% of the time.
There
Yep.
you go.
Nice.
That's because we're so deep, right? We can win with so much implied odds. Like if they have pocket aces, we can just stack them.
Stack them.
All right, and now in the hijack against the cutoff with this hand here, I always get confused with this because it's hard to play suited connectors, suited hands out of position. King Queen doesn't play well out of position, especially offsuit. But
I think they're I would just say they're all calls. Like all the Broadway are just all calls. I mean, except with maybe with the exception of Ace King. But other than that, I think for me they're all calls.
At the stacked up,
Offsuit might be some 4-bets.
Yep. I think that makes sense, Joe.
Offsuit you can 4-bet because then you can fold, but you never want to 4-bet with this one because you don't want to fold it.
Exactly.
Exactly. Opposite call here, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what KL says.
I'd rather be in position, but I think it's a call for the same reasons.
100% call.
Yep.
Yep.
And I kind of I just like this one as a call too, to be honest with you.
Because we're in position.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, it had us calling 85 and folding 15.
Yeah, they do fold it sometimes, which makes sense. It's just not a very strong hand.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess if it's the old man coffee, we fold it.
Yeah, there you go. That 15%. No, this is a good. This is a good.
We call. He gets married. He get married to his aces.
Yeah, there you go. That's right, Joe. I love that. I mean, that's the kind of hand you want to have, right? For that kind of match.
Yeah.
Sure. This is a good question here because Ace-10 offsuit's like the best bad hand out there.
Yeah.
If this was suited, I'd probably be calling in position. But offsuit, I think against a typical 3-betting range from the small blind, we're just not really doing very well. This isn't that much better than Ace-9, even though you can make the Broadway straight with it. It's just you're going to be reverse.
We need to make a disciplined fold here. Yeah,
I think so too.
Let's have some discipline and fold. 100% fold.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Now I'm going to move along here. And we're going to go down to 40 bigs.
Excellent.
I knew Kim would be happy about
we're like
this.
way more often at 40.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. So I unchecked the strange
blind versus
blind action.
Yeah.
So we're ready to go. So here we
Love
go.
it. That's great.
All right.
Here
so
we get
40
some
big
blind
blinds.
versus blind action.
Yeah, but not crazy though. Not with like the pre decision tree out the window.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the blind versus blind action where it's more usual. A small blind getting 3-bet by the big blind.
Yeah.
So
what are these sizes that they think that they're doing for a small blind and big blind?
Oh, good question.
Can we see
that's a good question, and I asked that question some time back, and here's the answer I got.
Oh, he had it all queued up. Look at this guy. What a pro. Keith Brandt.
So,
I love it.
Yeah, the opening raise size are min raise on 10, 20, and 25 bigs. It's okay, and this is
the blind versus blind is going to be a bit different, right? Because normally small blind's going to open a bit bigger.
Yep. And he says the 3-bet sizings vary, so we're just going to have to assume that it's a good GTO type of 3-bet size. But here's the sizing on like up to 25 bigs. It's min raise 2.3 up to 60, and then 2.5 on 80 and 100.
So I'm
Okay.
guessing it's like 2.5 or 2.
So I think it would be bigger in the small blind.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Probably
so that means the
3.3.
three bet's going to be bigger. So that means for
Yeah.
me, this is an all in.
I think it's an all in. I'm shoving ace queen off here. Yeah. That's 40 bigs.
Yeah. Blind versus blind. Yeah. Because
Yeah, oh yeah.
you can never believe anybody in the blinds.
He's accusing that big blind is accusing you of stealing.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You're gonna give him some bad news right here.
I think so too.
All right. And it's 100% all in.
Yep. Yep.
Nice.
So, and now we're in the button against big blind 3-bet with king 6 suited.
I don't know. Is this one of our? Oh no, I guess we're not deep enough to make this a 4-bet bluff.
I was thinking the same thing, Kim.
Remember we were talking about the suited kings as 4-bet bluffs?
No, maybe at 100, but I'm just ditching it here at 40.
Yeah, I'm folding.
Yeah. I mean, it's either a fold or a
calling.
4-bet
jam.
bluff.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't have to be a jam because it's probably smaller, right? It's a smaller raise. Yeah.
We're raising 2.3, was it? At this stack?
Yes.
Keith?
Yeah, 2.3.
Yes, 2.3.
So he's probably.
Although we have the button, so maybe it's a call.
Call, yes.
Yeah, Joe likes to call here.
Yeah, we could call. We're suited.
And we have a king.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's do it.
His raise is probably 10 big blinds, right?
Might be smaller.
No, I think it's smaller. It's probably
9 maybe.
Yeah.
8.5.
Yeah.
40 bigs. It's probably if we've made it 2.3. He probably made it 8 to 9, I would think.
I think that sounds right.
All right. Let's call and put him to the test.
I love it.
And see a flop. Let's see a flop.
Yeah, 100%. 100% call. So full points.
Yeah.
Full points to Joe Rafter there.
Yep. Yeah, if we want to see a flop on one, we're going to have to check it before we.
That's right.
I'm just joking. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We want to know, did we hit?
Right.
What about Queen 4? King 6. King 6 was 100% call. What do you think Queen 4 is? Very similar spot.
Well, except it's versus a small blind too, but who still has the big blind to act after them, right? So.
Yep, it's tighter range, tighter 3-betting range.
So it's probably fold.
I probably fold this.
Yeah.
Me too.
Queen 4 suited is actually not a great thing. So
ditch. And yeah, so they're in there calling quite a bit. They're really protecting those even
so
at 40
what is the
big.
Call? 65?
Yeah, fold 35, call 65.
Yeah. So we were unexploitable on this hand, but against Mr. Computer playing a million hands, we could be exploited.
Yep. I'm calling here with 6s.
Yeah.
Well, are we wait, hold on. Are we deep enough to call now? Hold on. We're only playing off 40 big, so if we said he's going to like 8, that's another 5.7 over our open. So we're actually not really getting the right odds to set mine here.
Less than 10 to 1.
Yeah. So does that mean we have to ditch it? I don't really love it as a 4-bet.
No.
8 is 20% of our stack, right?
Yeah,
but we have position.
Yep.
But we can, just because we don't have to always hit a set to be profitable.
Yep. We'll have position, but we'll be the one with the capped range.
So it's a.
I'm probably in game. I'm never folding this to a big blind 3-bet.
Damn the math. Says
so
Kim.
then the question is, do we jam? Because a raise here would be jammable, right? If you're going to raise, you're going to be putting enough money in of your stack in that you would just jam.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a 4-bet of 40 big blinds. It's a jam.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. So you either call or you jam.
But it's probably a mix between, I would think it's a mix between fold and call, but maybe it's got some jams in there. Maybe that's Small percentage could have.
Yep. I'm guessing like Kim, it's mostly fold or call.
I'm guessing call mostly.
Yeah. I'd say mostly call too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, how low would the pair be to fold?
Threes and deuces.
Okay.
All right, let's go for it. Let's see.
100% call.
100%. They love that call. They're just call all day, baby.
Yep. So it makes me wonder about the threes and deuces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the solvers are like 10 times the.
No, the solvers hate threes and deuces.
We don't care.
They hate threes and deuces.
They do. They do.
Sixes are up there. You've got sixes are better than like when you have ace five, three bet on you.
Yeah,
right?
It's true. True. So what do you guys like here? I think it's suited. It's a good. We can call with this sometimes because it's nice to see on some flops. I think you can raise with it a lot. You can probably shove with it if you're out of position. I don't know if we need to shove with it since we're going to be in position. What's everyone think? We're not folding.
I like a call.
I like a call.
Let's call.
If it was ace queen off, I might shove.
Shove maybe. Shove.
Shove, says Joe. I don't see anything wrong with that. As long as we're not folding, I think.
I'm with Rob. I like a shove if it's ace queen off.
Yeah. Or if we're out of position.
Yep.
Which we're not here.
Now let's see what it says. Yeah, shove. 80% shove, 20% call. It doesn't like that raise in between at all.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever see anything but a goose egg there for a raise because of the stack size. We said call.
How do you know which of those numbers is which?
Oh, it's just left to right. It's fold, call, raise, or all.
Oh, I see.
Like it's arranged the same way as the buttons.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do one more here, and then I'm going to go over to post flop.
Cool.
So this is actually kind of a no-brainer, right? Out of position. Concerned about overcards, even though they only come up about 35-40%.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I think we can shove here.
Yeah.
Shove.
Me too.
40 big blinds.
100% shove.
There you go.
Excellent.
All right. So now
we're doing pretty well.
What happened here? This isn't what I set up. Oh well, I can fix that.
Going to post flop.
What's that?
So here we are on post flop. We're looking at the different scenarios.
Yeah.
Do we want to go 40 big blind or 60 or 80?
Oh, 40.
Okay.
Okay, my always go 60 because it keeps shoving. It keeps shoving all the small pairs at 40, and they're not in the grid then.
Oh, I see.
You can have a look at it, but like in reality, in game, I don't shove the small pairs. Do you?
I don't.
Don't shove what?
The small pairs,
the medium pairs.
Oh, I do. I've used it in
40
live
big
tournaments too. I've used it a lot.
Yeah. Well, okay. We'll try 40. So just have a look at it.
40. All right. And how about hijack against big blind? We could do in position, out of position with the same one.
Yep.
That's three bet Keith, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking for 3-bet pots. Yeah.
I just think we're so often playing in 40 big blind range rather than in an 80 big blind range in a game.
Yeah, in a tournament, in a big tournament, you're going to be playing around 50, 40, 30 for hours.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In a big one.
And is this range trainer, is it for tournaments? It's a tournament.
Yes, it's tournament.
Like it's assuming there's a big blind in, right? An extra big blind in the pot?
I never asked Kale that, but we'll have to assume there is. by the time you get down to 40 big blinds in a tournament, you're probably in the antes.
Oh yeah, good point.
Is that what you're asking, Kim?
Yeah, like I mean, it makes a difference if there's
Yeah.
antes. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask KL that the post flop trainer factor in.
I gotta start using this.
It's such a good tool. I love
Yeah.
range
I haven't
trainer.
had time yet, but I
Yeah.
have the lifetime membership, so I'll start sooner or later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a great tool.
Yep. I use it all the time. All the time. It was the best $1,000 I ever spent.
Mm.
So are we in a 3-bet pot still here?
Yes.
Yeah, this is a 3-bet. So we were in the hijack. We opened with the pocket fives, and then the big blind 3-bet us, and now this flop comes out and he's checking.
Is this a flop that the big blind that the 3-better checks a lot? I mean, it's got 2 Broadway cards on it. I mean, I don't know that it's a high check flop, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, it must be a mix.
Yeah. So seeing that we're looking at a reversal, we got 199 in the pot. What do we want to do? We've got this bottom set here. Maybe we made a mistake and accidentally exposed our cards.
And that's why they're checking.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're definitely betting here.
Yeah.
I feel like it's got to be 133 or 199.
Yeah, I think it's a big bet.
Feels like 133 based on the options in front of us.
Yeah. Do we want to go pot size with a set and chase him out of the hand?
Right.
That's
For that
the first
matter,
thing
do
I
we
thought
want to
of.
go 2/3 and chase him out of the hand?
Yes.
Because
he's gonna fold and he's gonna call anyway. If he's got something, he's gonna fold if he doesn't have anything. I mean, I just don't know why he checked here. It's a weird check.
well, we did call. We did call his 3-bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the 3-bet nearly always bets, C-bets.
Yeah.
So I find that strange as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got exactly like pocket tens with no spade, and he's just decided that he's not going to win this hand or something.
I never bet 50 here.
No.
No, we're pricing draws in.
Yeah. I like any of the big sizings, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
133 feels like the more kind of like natural size.
Sort of standard, right?
Yeah. Which doesn't mean it's right,
No.
but it feels like the most like textbook bet size of
Okay.
these.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a mix between the 2 highest ones, though.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's interesting. We don't know how many big blinds that is.
Yeah, that's a little confusing. We've got the chips in the
Yeah.
bet sizes and
Yeah,
the big
because
blinds.
I always do it in based on big blinds. So
Yeah.
it's kind of weird.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe he has pocket queens.
Yeah, he definitely could. I was thinking about that too, because if like we were listening to Ryan LaPlante on the podcast the other night, and he was saying, does he check in a spot where he shouldn't check very often? You got to ask yourself, why is he checking? Like pocket queens would be a good one to check here.
Yeah, but if he's got pocket queens, we're just going to go broke every time. That's just
At
how
40 big blinds.
At
Good
40
point.
big
Three bet
blinds.
pot. Yeah, when we make a set. Good point. Good point. Good point. Yeah.
And then another thing is, yeah, I don't know how many chips we have. Anyway, let's bet 133 and see what happens.
I think that sounds right.
It gave us wrong.
Okay.
But it doesn't tell you what's right.
It says down below.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, it wants you to bet the
50.
really small
they
one.
wanted us to bet small.
They wanted the small bet on that one.
Weird.
Wanted to keep him in.
Yep. And then it's very run out dependent then. How you continue in the hand has to be really run out dependent because he's not folding much to 50. Quarter pot.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So then if a spade drops, we don't like that a whole lot. And then if
maybe it tells us a small one because it is a flop that he's supposed to bet a large percentage of the time.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why when we bet, we're just betting small.
Yep.
And if we bet small, we give him the opportunity to check raise as a bluff.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, and then we can jam it in.
We're learning.
I love it. Yep. So this is an interesting spot. So there's 199 in the pot at the flop, and then he bets pot into us here.
Uh-huh.
So I think I'm just shoving here personally.
Yeah. This is too connected.
Yep.
I wish I knew how many big blinds there was in the.
Well, it's probably, if we're guessing that they 3-bet to 8 and we called, then there's probably like 17-ish big blinds in there at 199. So do you think?
So the raise to, is that a shove? The raise to 307? Because otherwise we don't have the option.
Right.
Yeah, that's going to be the shove.
I think it must be.
So a shove is not even pot size. So yeah.
Yeah.
Get it in.
Let's get it in.
Yep.
That was correct.
All right, we pulled ourselves out of the hole.
Yep. And getting it in was 100%.
Right.
Because he's pretty committed.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So now
we're facing a 25% pot bet. It was 199 and he bet 50.
Yeah.
We've got backdoor straight, backdoor flush. Board's already paired, which we don't love.
Yeah.
50 is not very big though. I think we can probably just call.
Yeah, we're getting odds like 5-1 here.
If we raise, we're really only repping an 8, right? In a 3-bet pot here.
Yeah.
So that's not a.
I think it's a call or a fold for me.
Yeah. It's you could bluff raise it because of the backdoor potential that you have.
Yeah, you're probably going to see free. You're going to probably see a free
river,
free turn, free river. I mean,
yeah.
You're going to see 2 cards for free. So, yeah.
All right, call.
I like a call.
Wrong.
No,
I don't mind the raise.
It just says fold 100%. It doesn't care about your damn backdoors. It says this is a 3-bet pot with an ace on the board. What are you doing, fool?
Yeah.
That's what I said. Fold.
And we're relatively short stacked too. You know,
oh yeah, you're forgetting it's a 3-bet pot, so we don't have as much behind as we.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't start factoring in backdoors when you're that short stack. That's
our SPR is too.
Now I know why Joe wanted
to
do this 60 or 80.
Yeah.
So there's more play post flop.
Right. So here's another good spot for us. We flop bottom set. He's betting that same 25%. This one's interesting because for a 3-better, I'm not nearly as worried about straightening. They've got some flush draw combos, but I'm not worried as much about them 3-betting with like an 8 in their hand, for instance. So we could call this at some frequency and raise at some frequency.
I think we call a lot in position.
Yeah.
Yeah. This small bet, give them a chance to bet into us again.
Right. And then we just don't want to see, the 8 of hearts come on the turn.
Mm-hmm. Now is 8-6, or it would have to be a suited 8-6 of some suit or
yeah. He doesn't have 8-6.
Not three betting 8-6 from the big blind.
They're probably not
No.
off 40 bigs, right? If the effective stack's 40, he's
No.
probably not.
Yeah.
So the only thing he's got that we're worried about is pair of hearts, and
Yeah.
that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he's got queens or nines, it's a cooler.
Yep. Totally agree.
Yep.
All right,
Okay,
so we're
we
calling?
call. Yep.
Correct.
Okay.
And it like the call 100% of the time.
100%.
So now we got a turn card.
Ooh, and then they make a big bet here,
Yeah.
or pot size, and I think we just call.
Oh, I don't know. I guess, yeah, call is all we can do.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, we
Is that-
could fold, but
No, I mean, I was thinking I'd go all in at this point.
yes. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yep, but this is all in.
Yep.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then you have to call.
Sometimes they're going to have nines or queens, but
Yeah.
most of the time they're not. They're going to have kings or aces or
Oh yeah. No,
ace
let's
queen. Yeah.
let's go
Yep.
then.
All right. And that was correct.
I think that was a no-brainer, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, you ain't folding a set. So you had 40 big blinds in a tournament.
Well,
Not
you can, but
Yeah,
not in
you-
that.
not this one. Not heads up, not that situation. When would we fold a set at 40 big blinds?
Mm,
Never.
Never.
in a
Yeah.
3-bet pot, maybe
Well-
on like 10 Jack Queen mono.
Mhm.
Yeah, if it was if there was 4 to a suit on the board, I mean,
Yeah.
that'd be pretty.
Yeah.
But a straight on the board, I mean, 4 to a straight, yes, but 3 to a straight, no. I think I could still call.
Yep.
But if you got 4 to a straight or 4 to a flush, then you gotta think twice before calling.
Yep, especially if if the straight's all connected.
Yeah.
Okay. So one more in position, and then we'll switch to out of position.
I think
Nice.
this has to be a fold, isn't it?
I'd fold this.
Yeah.
Yep, we have nothing here.
Oh, we've got the gutter for a 5,
Yep.
Yeah,
as long as it's not a spade.
yeah.
We need
So
a spade in our hand.
So we got
Yeah.
3/4 of a gutter.
Yeah, we got 3 5s.
Yeah. So
Yep.
yeah, we can't stay in here. I don't think so either.
No.
Under 100% is there.
It said we were wrong.
They
Oh,
like
no.
the call. Ace high.
Really?
Likes the call. Yep. 25 was a small bet.
Maybe
We have bottom
because
pair, right? We have bottom. Oh no, that was the last one.
That was the last one.
Yeah,
it was
that-
ace 8 on 2, 3, 4.
because that flop didn't hit his 3-betting range.
Oh
Right.
yeah, maybe.
Yep.
Maybe.
Well,
Yeah, the only thing we'd worried about would be spades. We wouldn't
Yeah.
worry about any of his actual cards.
Maybe we
Or-
should be doing this at 60.
Yeah. Want to switch to out of position and go up to 60?
Sure.
Yeah,
All right.
because then we have more post flop play.
All right.
Joe knows.
He
We should all
does.
listen to Joe. Joe knows.
no,
what's
I haven't
going
used this. I haven't used this part of the tool much. I've
Mm.
used I've used the preflop and then the sims
Yes.
check hands, and I go through all the different scenarios.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
got a lot.
so-
You can really spend a lot of time in here.
Keith, is there any small blind versus big blind in range trainer pro at all?
It looked like there was.
Yeah,
Well-
I unchecked most of it.
This is still, we're still.
Yeah,
I thought you meant we're getting 3-bet and we're out of position when we get 3-bet. Isn't that what you meant by
well,
that?
this is a 3-bet pot.
No, I understand that.
Oh,
Yeah, but aren't we looking at it as the
Yes,
as
we're
we
the
called
ones
the
making
bet?
the 3-bet here, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, we were the
Yeah.
ones with 3-bet, and then we checked this flop.
Okay, so can we do it where we're out of position and we're the ones that called the 3-bet?
I don't know if we can configure it that
Yeah,
precise.
it's like EP versus cutoff or MP versus button.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keith, that's a good point. Can we pick a hand where we're like in early position or middle position and the 3-better is in late position? So then when it's a typical 3-bet dynamic where we're out of position and still defending against?
Okay, let's go with
Like there's MP versus early position.
A single raise, Pete.
Oh yeah,
button
you're in
versus
single,
hijack.
single raise.
Here, look at the 3-bet.
Oh yeah. Button versus MP2.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're out of position. Perfect. So yeah, so now we're facing a 3-bet and we're out of position. Great.
Which is a lot tougher.
Yes. No, this is a really good thing to be studying. So I'm checking here.
We're probably checking it, most of it all the time, mostly, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And we should be checking a lot to the 3-better on a lot of boards. And then this one's a fold for me after. We could just fold now if we wanted to save some time. But yeah.
This is where you just throw your cards in.
It didn't give us a fold button, so
no, it doesn't want to give us that option, but it's a check for me for sure. I'll be shocked if this isn't 100% check.
Okay, and then he bets small.
Yeah, still a fold.
Yeah, we don't have anything going on here. Yeah. And both actions were correct.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So we got 3-bet with our pocket threes and called. And we get this.
Same thing. I think Kim's right. We're going to be checking just a ton out of position against the 3-bet.
So it'll be going up against his C-bet.
Yeah. And I'm just folding again.
Yeah. There's so many pairs he's got that are beating us.
He's just a small 3-bet, though. It's a small C-bet, right?
Yeah. What is it, 20%? Oh, no, not quite. More than that. Because 204 is the...
so it's like a quarter pot, I think. It's 25%.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So, I mean...
He's probably 3-betting smaller in position, which makes sense.
Yeah.
He's doing, don't get me wrong, he's doing this with ace king and he's doing this with ace jack and he's doing this with some of his other...
Would you call with a 4? If you had ace 4, would you call? If you had a 6, would you call?
I would if I had ace 4, but if I had ace 4, I'd have a lot more outs to improve.
You're blocking him, yeah. Okay.
So what do we do?
Well, so that's why I'm just wondering what our minimum difference. We have to have a pretty high MDF at that sort of bet size.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
If you ace 4, you have 5 outs, and if you pocket threes, you have 2 outs.
You're right, exactly.
Right,
so that's the way I think about it.
Yeah. Although there's a lot of turns that aren't bad for us, like a 5 and a deuce and a.
Yep.
Well,
yeah. I mean, it is a very small bet. There's an argument there for this being one of those hands that would fold to a larger bet, but if MDF says that we have to promote some of those hands into calls, it wouldn't surprise me if this was one of them.
Yeah, and there's some turns that we're gonna like. Anything that kind of connects with this 6-4.
Yeah,
it's got to give this button player some second thought here.
Yep, that's true.
So call.
Well, no, you guys want to fold. I was just being devil's advocate and saying
might be a mix. I just think we're probably gonna continue.
I'm just calling because I want to see a turn.
No, I'd fold this.
Yeah, let's fold it and let's be pleasantly surprised if it tells us that it calls at a mixed frequency. And we can all feel good and disciplined about our play.
It called us wrong.
Oh yeah, it calls a lot. And it even likes a raise in there sometimes.
Yep. Mostly calls. No fold.
Yeah. Kim, you nailed it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, and now she went to go get a mic to drop.
No, the dog's scratching at the door.
That's funny.
Charles Allen wants to join.
Nice. Get him in here.
Yeah, I just because of where those other two cards were, like down around the 3, right? So lots of good turns there.
I thought
would have been fun to see a turn.
There he is. Hi, Charles.
Yeah, he's still getting connected.
Yeah. Doesn't have his microphone on yet.
Yeah. There he is. Welcome to the show, Charles.
Yep.
I just think you can always check here, Keith. I don't think it's ever going to have us leading, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I
so
agree.
Charles, you're muted right now. It looks like in the program. It's just down at the bottom there. Turn on microphone. Turn off microphone. Charles always looks so dapper when he shows up here. All right. Well, while Charles is working on his mic there, Keith, why don't you take us through? This is another check fold for me.
This is check fold.
What are we doing calling that? I wouldn't call that. Would you guys call that? A 3-bet?
Not out of position. No, it must be at a low frequency.
I mean, maybe it's so we have board coverage. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm sure they're not doing it very often. But this is a fold for me. Not even close.
Yeah. This would have been a fold for me pre-flop, actually.
Yeah. They could have bet 5% of the pot. I'm probably still folding her.
Yeah. That's correct.
Yay!
So Charles, to get you caught up here, if you can hear me, nod your head. Okay. Yeah, what we're doing here is we got Range Trainer Pro, and we're at 60 big blinds, and we're playing out of position, and this is a 3-bet pot, which means we're an MP2 and the button 3-bet us. So basically we opened with ace-5 spades, and it's going to be like that for all the rest of the hands. Button 3-bet us. We called pre-flop, and now we flop the nuts here.
Yep. With a redraw to the super duper coconuts.
We're checking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we're worried
still
about
checking.
anything, so
yeah, still got to check. If we lead here, not cool. I mean, we're probably not going to get action.
If we're super deep, I don't mind leading because we always want to win the biggest possible pot, and so we have to get some pot geometry involved. But at 60 big blinds, I think more important.
Yeah, if we were at 200 big blinds effective, probably we could lead with this.
Yep.
All right, so if we're at 60 big blinds, we'll check. And Charles said check also.
Or a small lead. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's crazy. I don't think a small lead's crazy because you're going to be doing that with a lot of other holdings here, right?
Yeah.
But it likes the check.
Yep, it said correct, and the check was 100%.
Yeah. So then, do you guys like a call here or a check raise?
I'm not too interested in a check raise here because we want to keep this guy in the pot with whatever his 3-betting range was.
So then, are we basically checking every turn?
Yeah, because people get scared when you reverse it on the turn.
Right.
That looks like strength.
So the only thing we really don't want to see is a paired board.
Yeah.
No, we don't really. Oh yeah, I guess not. I guess we don't really want to see another spade either.
Right. From a getting paid point of view. Yeah.
Yeah. If he's just got an overpair, no spade, then.
And even the paired board. I mean, if the 9 pairs, we don't like it.
Right.
But did he 3-bet us with 4s or deuces?
Oh, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point, Keith. That's really smart. Yep.
Yeah.
This could be a raise.
Yeah, Joe likes a raise here just to build the pot a little bit.
Well, to balance out your bluffs.
Yep. You want to be raising here a bunch of other times when you've just got the ace of spades and no other spades in there. That makes sense.
What about if you're raising with lower flushes?
Oh, yeah.
Like
more vulnerable flushes, right? They really
7-8,
don't want to see.
your
Yeah,
7-8,
they really don't want to see another spade.
Jack 10.
Yeah,
Queen
that's
Jack.
more of a check raise for me. The way I play a lower flush like that, but
Yeah.
with the nut flush like this, I very seldom would raise it.
Yeah. I think we
That's
were
a good
talking
point.
about that somewhere the other day. I don't know, it was in forums or
Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna call and reel this guy in, see if we can get stacks.
That
I like
seems
the
to be the vote. And then let's see if it gives him
And KL says correct.
Oh, but
although
they really like the
was more
raise.
common, yeah.
Don't mess with Joe. Joe knows what's going on tonight. He says, yeah, get that raise in there, gang. Let's put some chips in here.
Okay. Now again, the board paired, but what's what kind of full house does he really have here?
Yeah, pocket
Nines
nine.
full.
Just pocket
Yeah.
nines. Yep.
Yeah. So now what do we want to do?
Well, if he liked, I mean, I guess, how often, it was such a small C bet. Do you think he's betting again?
Well, we strengthened our range by calling. So he might not.
That's the trick with calling these small bets and not raising is you.
So is there like 30 big blinds in the pot right now? Is that what's in there?
Probably something like that.
Probably about,
yeah. The 3-bet would have been to 10.
Yeah, the all-in is 489 right now. So
as played, why would you raise? Why would you bet now on a 2?
Yeah.
Right. No, I think when we chose to call the flop, we basically told ourselves that we were going to check every turn. I think honestly, it's the only way that line makes sense.
I think so.
Yep. Now they preferred us to check raise like you told us to do, Joe. So I don't know. As played, I'm not sure how it'll want us to go here, but I think we're probably checking.
You think it wants us to raise all our flushes?
It's a good question. So the check was correct on the turn.
and he checked back.
Did check back. So his range is still super, could be anything here. All the bluffs. So some of those bluffs have an ace in them, but we've got the ace of spades. So a lot of his bluffs, well, I guess it doesn't actually matter on the 3 flush. You guys try and get value here or let him bluff again?
Did he check the?
Well, he checked back on the turn.
Yeah, I know. We have to bet.
Yeah. How much?
Well, if we were trying to get called by an ace, then I would bet.
Yeah. Bet
Pretty
like
big.
164 maybe.
Into 245?
Yeah, or pot. One or the other. Because if we have, yeah, I don't know.
He
I wish
weakened
it was-
his range to something with an ace when he checked back the turn. And now his ace just hit.
Yep.
Are we going to assume he's got ace king?
I mean, he has aces in a lot of those 3-betting hands.
Yeah.
I know. I like the 164, like Jim says.
Let's see.
Yeah. And then, but the problem is that we're blocking a lot of the 3-bet range that could call.
Yeah.
What are we trying to get called by then? Pocket kings? Then we have to bet small.
Yeah, we'd have to bet small because 164 might be excessive. Here we want Kim's favorite size, the half pot.
Yeah.
No, half pot's only 122.5.
Yeah.
Right.
That's fine. 164 is fine.
All right. Let's punch it in. Let's see.
And we were correct.
All right. Good.
Okay, do we want to do a few more? We're already running. You know what, guys? I really can't do a few more. I've got something I had to do tonight yet.
Right on. Well, Keith, I really like this format, man. We should do this more often.
Yeah.
And I like that you toggle through the different segments. So we did like 15 minutes of each section. That was really, really well done. I like this.
Really good. Do they have a heat map or anything?
No.
Like that shows, no? That doesn't show the actual solver output. So
there is a history thing.
Oh, it might show the history, yes.
Yeah, check it. Yeah, Charles, you'll have to get that. Charles, you'll have to get that.
I'm just wondering what, like, you can't see what you would do where they wanted us to raise.
No, hit the view on the right there. This will be for this spot. Yeah.
I was just wondering about that when we were wanting us to raise the ace-5 suited. Did it want us to raise the other suited, the other flushes as well?
Oh yeah, the non-nut flushes.
What we would have to do is set up the other half of Range Trainer Pro, which is to actually get that flop and put it into a database, and then look at everything and look at all the different ways that it would play out.
Here, try just scrolling down. It looks like they've got the street by street, and then we'll shut this down if you've got time, Keith. Just to scroll down to the flop there. And then, yeah, that one. So there's the check. And then the next one up, I think, is how we respond to the check. Is that right? Take a look at that. Let's see. But click on that and see what it would prescribe us to do. Interesting. So this is facing the bet, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and this is really hard to read even for me. I'm sure you guys can't see it, but it looks like the wonder if I can expand this screen a little bit.
Yeah, no, it looks like this is one of the hands that it check raises more than a lot of the other ones, the nut flush.
Yeah, the check raised, the ace and 5 of spades check raised almost everything.
And what else? The set of 2s, it looks like. And then some mix of other stuff. What was the
ace-3 suited and ace-5 suited?
Yeah, 9-4-2. So that is interesting.
Yeah, because it goes.
I lost my place here. Give me a second. Okay.
Yeah, so the 2s and the 4s, the sets, the ace-3 and the ace-5 that have the combo draws.
Yep.
And
but it's not just ace-3 of spades, right? It's ace-3 of.
Oh yeah, good point.
It's all.
It is more.
It's all suited aces, ace-3s.
So can you hear me now?
Hey Charles, yeah, good.
Hey.
Now we can.
Yeah, very good.
It's interesting.
It's got a higher fold percentage than I would have anticipated on the turn.
On the turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the fold is for all these over here.
Right.
Yeah. So, like on our ace-5, there's no folding.
Right. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, Keith, I know you got a blast, but this has been a really good, a good learning experience. I like it when everyone has a few different ideas too.
Yeah.
It's fun. I think we mostly jived together. It was good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see you on the second Wednesday of December, right, Keith?
Okay, we're going with that schedule from now on, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Let's
I'll
lock it
plan
in,
on it.
baby.
All
Second
right.
Wednesday of the month. It's Monkey System time.
All right. Sounds like a winner.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Thanks for coming.
You're the man, Keith.